This video is about more questions of addition rule of derivative. We know the addition rule for derivative is you have u of x plus v of x. Then we do derivative. You will get u prime of x plus v prime of x. In other words, you just need to do the derivative of every single term. So let's look at number 4. For this function, we want to figure out the derivative. The first step, always you change into single power. Therefore, for 1 of 2x third power, that is 1 over 2x to the negative third power minus 6x. Then the coefficient for third term, that is 1 over 4x to the negative 1/2 power. Then plus, for this term, that is 1 over 5x to the negative 1 over 4th power. Then minus 3. We do the derivative for that. It's let me write down here, equals. The first term, we know here's the rule. Ax to the nth power. This a stay, the coefficient stay. Drop down the exponents, then reduced by 1. Therefore, for the first term, you will get the 1/2 times negative 3. Then x, negative 3 minus 1, that's negative 4. The second term, you will get the negative 6. Because for x, derivative equals 1. Then for third term, you will get the negative 1 over 4 times negative 1/2. Then x, you will do negative 1/2 minus 1, that's negative 3 over 2. Then plus 1 over 5 times, drop down the exponents, that's negative 1 over 4. X to the negative 1 over 4 minus 1, you will do the 4 over 4, get the negative 5 over 4. Constant number, it will be 0, so plus 0. Then we organize for each term. For the first term, you will get the negative 3 over 2, x to the 4th power. Then minus 6. Go to this term, you will get the negative, that's positive, plus 1 over 8. For x to the negative 3 over 2, this will be go to denominator. So we need to figure out square root x third power. That is x square root of x. So we get x square root of x as a denominator. Then go to this term. Minus, because positive times negative is a negative. Denominator is 20. Then top is 1. So we're working on x to the 5 over 4th power. Negative exponents means go to denominator. So you will get this one, you can write down x is 1 plus 1 over 4. So you get the x to the 1st power. Then x to the 1 over 4th power, that's the 4th root of x. So we put the x, then 4th root of x. This is the derivative function. We need to figure out f prime of 1, which means substitute 1 into this derivative function. So we get the f prime of 1 equals, plug in here, So all x will be 1. You will get the negative 3 over 2 minus 6 plus 1 over 8 minus 1 over 20. By using calculator, you will get the negative 297 over 40. Now we need to interpret this value. We know the derivative means the gradient of a tangent line. So we say the gradient of a tangent line of the curve at x equals 1 is negative 297 over 40. Let's do one more example. The first step is always make sure every single term is a single power form. So for this is the 1, you will get 1 over 3x to the negative second power. Minus 2x, we do 1/2 power. Then minus x plus 7. Then we do f prime of x equals. Using the power rule, it's a x to the nth power. We do a times n x to the n minus 1th power. So the first term, you will get the 1 over 3. Drop down the exponents, that's negative 2 times x, we do negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Then for second term, you will get negative 2 times 1/2. Then x, we do 1/2 minus 1, we do 1/2 minus 2 over 2. That is negative 1 over 2. So you get the negative 1/2. Then the derivative for x is 1. So minus 1 plus constant number, the derivative equals to 0. So plus 0. Then we organize the answer. We get the negative 2 over 3 because negative 2 you count as the numerator when you do the multiplication. X to the negative third power, this one you have to change into denominator. For second term, 2 and 2 reduce, so you get the negative 1. Negative exponents means go to denominator, so you get the square root of x, then minus 1. This will be the final answer for f prime of x. That's the derivative function or gradient function. Then we need to figure out f prime of 1. We substitute 1 into this derivative function. You will get the negative 2 over 3. 1 to the third power is 1. Then minus 1 over 1. That's just a minus 1. Then minus 1. So that you will get negative 8 over 3. How to interpret this value? You will see the gradient of a tangent line of the curve at x equals 1 is negative 8 over 3. Suggestions. For IB exam for HL level, we use square root of x, the derivative we use a lot. So if possible, just remember that is 1 over 2 square root of x. For 1 over square root of x, that's the derivative will be negative 1 over 2 x square root of x. If you can remember the value for this, it can make things much easier. It can save a lot of time when you do the IB exam.